Have you ever wondered why our letters are arranged in the way that they are? Who came up with that order? Why must we abide by this order if there is no clear reason for that? I'm sure that we have all pondered upon this fact at least once in our lifetime. I remember when I first started learning the alphabet, as most of us did, I did it with a jingle, or a catchy song, and I remember thinking, this is a pretty cool song. And as many of us did, I asked myself, where have I heard this tune before? This may be a very trivial subject. I mean, no one has ever really lost sleep thinking about where our alphabet came from. However, the evolution and the refinement of our alphabet is remarkable. Like all things, there is an origin to all these questions. And knowing the history of letters, or more specifically, the alphabet as we know it, will provide a small insight to just how humanity went from lines and a few dots to developing complex languages with their own grammar and syntax. First, I will explain what are letters in their basic form. Next, I will discuss how hieroglyphics turn into many different letters. Finally, I will provide a current view of the alphabet in modern day-to-day life. So basically, letters are sophisticated hieroglyphics. According to a book titled Hieroglyphics, the word itself means sacred carving or sign in Greek. These symbols were created to tell stories, to give information to others, and to organize the daily life, the author states. The first symbols evolved along with society, and each community refined them as they needed them. As far as we know, people have been using some sort of hieroglyphics for more than 35,000 years. In the book that I mentioned before, the authors also state, early humans were the first to use painting as a form to pass information to others. These are known as the reindeer men, which were tribes from northern Europe that were following herds of reindeer, hence the name. The Egyptians were some of the first to develop a set of symbols consisting of 24 different signs, each with their own meaning and a very specific sound. Aside from these 24 main characters, they also had something called supplemental signs, which allow for an extended meaning and as many as 30,000 different signs. Letters are now everywhere, and although they may not be the same or mean the same thing in different languages, they have been standardized regardless of the language. The Khmer alphabet consists of 74 unique characters, making it the longest alphabet in the world. Many Asian languages consist of many symbols with a few letters. Some of these are called the Hansi for the Mandarin language, or kanjis for the Japanese language. The Roman alphabet is the standard alphabet that we use around the world. The more the symbols that a language has, it clearly means that the more difficult it is to learn that language. These also depend on some other factors though, such as your first language, your current place of residency, the family language from your first language, and some others. Today, I spoke a little bit about the history of the Roman alphabet. And now, we know this. We know where the alphabet came from, how the need to pass on information provided the creation of a more refined set of symbols, and although there are many languages in the world, we're all familiar with the Roman alphabet and we use it constantly. Now, the next time you read something, you see a logo, or you even want to learn a new language, you will now know that even though there are many words and ideas to be expressed, everything has something in common, and that regardless of where in the world we are or where we belong, we're all connected to each other, and even though we can't understand what we're saying.